In today's video, we are answering the question, how can a stay-at-home mom save for retirement? As moms, we all want the best for our family, but oftentimes it comes at the cost of our very own financial security. According to new data and analysis from the Century Foundation, half of all mothers have no or very little retirement savings. That's a scary fact. Now, the tricky situation with women and children is that many of us become the default caregivers in our families. When we take time off to care for children, for a relative, or an aging parent, it means that we take time off from work or go to part-time work to care for our family members. When we do this, we don't end up working in jobs that either offer retirement savings or we don't make enough to contribute to our retirement savings. And when we pull back from the workforce, we also put ourselves in a situation where we may not be able to maximize our Social Security benefits. All of this compounds and it puts many women at a very precarious situation when the time comes to retire or when they are in their old age. Caregiving is super important work, but we also have to plan for our own financial security. In today's video, I am going to talk about one of the ways you can save for retirement, and that is through the Spousal IRA. Thank you for joining me today here at Sisters for Financial Independence. My name is Catherine Agupjan, and here at Sisters for Fi, I cover topics related to money and motherhood. I hope you'll stick around so that you can learn more about the Spousal IRA and how you can use that to ensure you have a funded retirement account. Let's break it down. What is an IRA? An IRA stands for an individual retirement account. It's a tool that helps you save and invest for the future. And here is how it works. You can invest your money in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and more. And over time, your money grows thanks to the power of compound interest. Now, there are two types of IRAs. The first one is a traditional IRA. This is where you would contribute pre-tax income, so income that has not been taxed. Your investments will grow tax-deferred, but when you do withdraw your money in retirement, you will pay taxes on your withdrawals. The second option for your IRA is a Roth IRA. And in this scenario, you would contribute post-tax income, so money that's already been taxed, and then your investments will grow tax-free. When you withdraw it in retirement, you do not pay any taxes. There are some income as well as age limits when you do contribute and withdraw, but essentially it is an account with tax advantages that you can contribute to so you have money for retirement. Now, the big challenge with the IRA is that it requires earned income. So how can a non-working spouse contribute to the account? The good news is that there is an exception specifically for married couples filing jointly. So if this is you, if you are married and you file jointly in your taxes, you can take advantage of this account. This is where the Spousal IRA comes in. The Spousal IRA allows the couple to use the working spouse's income to fund the non-working spouse's retirement account. Here is what makes the Spousal IRA unique. One, it's not a joint account. It's a separate account in the non-working spouse's name. This means you will have assets under your own name, which can be beneficial and empowering. Two, it allows the non-working spouse to build retirement savings even without income. That's a win for yourself and your family. Now, what are the requirements for a Spousal IRA? To qualify for a Spousal IRA, you must meet the following conditions. 1, you and your spouse must be married and filing taxes jointly. Two, the working spouse must earn enough income to cover both contributions. So for example, if you want to contribute the max of $7,000 each, which is the current contribution limit for 2024 and 2025, the working spouse must need to earn at least $14,000. There is other catches with the IRA. There are income limits, and if your income is above a certain level, your ability to contribute might phase out. I would check the IRS guidelines yearly, as those income and contribution limits do change often. So just pop on to irs.gov and take a look at their new guidelines. So why should you consider a spousal IRA for yourself? Well, the biggest thing is that taking time off to care for a loved one, even if it's temporary for a few months, or a year, or it could be a few years, means missing out on the opportunity to save and invest for your future. With a spousal IRA, you can invest for your retirement even without earning money. And your contributions grow over time, which will give you financial security in retirement. Knowing that you are funding a retirement account and knowing that you have some money in a retirement account will also help you make better decisions when it comes to family and finances. Let's look at some quick math so you understand the power of contributing to a spousal IRA. Say that you do end up taking time out of the workforce. Maybe you're caring for children and that ends up being 10 years. Sometimes it's longer than we anticipated, so we definitely want to make sure we're planning for that. In this case, you would have missed out on 10 years of retirement contributions and growth. Now, let's say though, because you watched this video, that you start contributing and maxing out the spousal IRA the minute you said, I'm going to leave the workforce. You knew retirement planning was important. So starting in 2024, you started putting in $7,000 a year. Now, if that max continues for 10 years, you would have put in around $70,000 into your own retirement account under your name. Now, that's a healthy amount, which doesn't include any gains. Now, if we factor in a conservative 5% gain on your investment, you would have around 85 to 90K in a retirement account for yourself, for your future self. Now, if you finally then go back to work, you can continue contributing to that account, contributing to other employer-sponsored accounts to grow your retirement savings and have financial security for yourself and your family. Now, a big thing too is that why consider a spousal IRA as a couple? If you are married, filing jointly, and you have one primary earner in the family, you both need to have a say in the money conversations in your household. You both should know where the money is going, what's being saved for, what's being spent, and where it's being invested. In this case, contributing to a spousal IRA actually supercharges the retirement savings of you as a couple while getting you as a couple valuable tax benefits today or tomorrow. It's a win-win for the family. Now again, let's look at some quick math for this scenario. So as long as your modified adjusted gross income is under the IRS guidelines, and for 2024 it's $230,000, you can contribute the maximum amount of $7,000 per spouse. For that case, that's $14,000 a year, going to two separate IRAs, one for yourself and one for your working spouse. Now, at a conservative 5%, you would have a total of around $177,000 in that account after 10 years. And if you are using the Roth IRA option, you don't have to pay any taxes when you withdraw this money after 59 and a half. There's also so many other benefits with the Roth IRA that you can take advantage of. It is actually one of the most flexible retirement accounts out there. Of course, it's best to leave your money in the account so it can grow further for yourself and your family. Even if you're not able to contribute the max each year, starting a little bit each year can give you that momentum to continue contributing and eventually max it out. Having funds in place, knowing that your money is growing, can provide you so much peace of mind down the line. As someone who did take time off to care for our daughter, I think it's super important that you and your partner have a discussion about what to do with your one income. And a part of this discussion should be about wealth planning as well as financial security in retirement. The spousal IRA is both good for yourself as an individual as well as for you as a couple and as a family. If you are married, if you have children that share DNA, if you are filing jointly, you have shared income. So you need to have a plan on that shared income so it protects both you and your spouse in the future. So where and how do you open a spousal IRA? This is the best part. It's easy. You can go to Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab, do it online, open a regular IRA account. Roth is the recommended option because you put in money that you've already paid taxes on, so you can withdraw it tax-free at 59.5 and just start contributing. The best way is to set up an automatic withdrawal and investment so that your money gets to work right away. For 2024 and 2025, your max contribution is $7,000. That's $583 a month or $134 a week. Budget it out so you can take advantage of this. I do want to clarify that the spousal IRA is not a specific investment account. It is a mechanism allowed by the IRS to allow you to contribute to a retirement account that requires income using the spouse's earned income. So you won't see it when you log into Fidelity or Schwab or Vanguard. You won't see it as an investment account type option. You'll only see traditional or Roth. Choose the one that's right for your family situation, and then as long as you meet the requirements for it, you are married, filing jointly, you meet the requirements for income for the IRA, you can contribute to the account. Of course, as you move in and out of the workforce, you can continue to contribute to the account as long as you meet the other requirements. Side note that if you already have a Roth IRA, say you had one before you had kids or started a family, you can contribute to it. You can continue putting money into it so you can continue to grow that account. You don't necessarily have to open a new one. You just want to make sure that you are filing married jointly so you can take advantage of this exception. So if you are taking time off from work to care for a loved one, consider opening and contributing and investing into a traditional or a Roth IRA for yourself. It's an excellent way to prepare for the future while you do this important work of caring for someone else. I hope you found this video on spousal IRAs helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I am going to encourage you to please share it with a friend who might be considering taking time off from the workforce or even doing so now. Help them get on their financial independence journey and help ensure that they continue to contribute to their retirement accounts. I'm Catherine Agupjan, and I cover topics related to money and motherhood. Consider subscribing to Sisters for Financial Independence. If you need help on what to invest in after you open your account, I want you to check out this video where we covered the 3-fund portfolio. And if you're also working to free up some money in your budget, here are more budgeting tips so that you have a larger cushion to put into retirement savings. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!